James Fisher-Harris, outstanding last week in the Sutherland Shire, and tonight, without a host of stars, he will lead the way.
Saturday Night Rugby League on Fox is underway. Todd Smith referee. Panthers first use and the grand final front rowers, no surprise, will take hit-ups 1 and 2. No, they won't, as they work short side for Henry. Leota took the first one. And now Fisher-Harris gets his hands on the ball. And on play 3, they are just short of the 30-metre line. Dragons good first half last week, and then it just all fell apart. 38-0 beaten by the Bulldogs. And as mentioned before kickoff, it's what they have to eradicate. They've got this, if you like, a howler performance in them. Long ball, Sloan on the end of it, and just deciding to dump it off. You call that precision work at the back.
That was a nice start from the Dragons, really physical, and you mentioned it, Andrew. They were terrific in the opening 40 minutes last week against the Bulldogs. They, in fact, led 12-6 at half-time. 38 second half unanswered points. Made the scoreline look horrific for them, but a good start here physically.
Now came in for an early touch. He was the young man playing the ball there, just his second NRL game. It is one of the highlights of this part of the season, seeing these youngsters on the big stage. Good run by Molo, and last tackle it is for the Dragons. 45 away from the Panthers line, and the kick from Marshke. Underneath it is Laurie. We know his talents. Excelled over his period at the Tigers. Now back at Penrith only as a fill-in. He's only played 56 minutes this year. Tarufa with the ball now. There he is, Dane Laurie, but he can really light it up. We know that. Panthers back with the Tungle. Good gauge at Penrith is always the first 3 plays of a set on kick return, and Dragons need to do a little bit of enforcer work there if they can. So rolling forward with Fisher-Harris. Eisenhuth was there. He's actually co-captain tonight. Eisenhuth and de Bellin in the Dragons side. Eisenhuth, first time as a captain. Ball down the throat of Fionney. So Matt playing out on the left wing, and brother Max at right centre. Let's go down to the sideline, Lara Pitt. There's rain. It's not overly heavy, but enough to make things a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, winter certainly here, Rossi, as the Dragons get a penalty. It's been rain-soaked right across Sydney, mid-morning onwards really, and more than 20 mils has fallen here at Penrith. This is the 3rd game at Bluebet today, and understandably it's a bit chopped up out there, certainly very slippery conditions and no signs of it easing. We'll call it not heavy rain, but consistent.
It's the case, looking at the radar, I think it's around until about 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. I don't think there's going to be any let-up. Whether it's overly heavy remains to be seen. Dragons have an early chance here. 29 metres away from the line. Marshke dropping it off there to Molo. And Penrith's defence, an early test for them. Best defence in the league as Flanagan back inside. de Bellin caught right in the middle there. Strong from Penrith. 3 defenders in on the tackle. And now 19 away. Flanagan, dummy and run. Almost fallen for. Leota had hold of the legs there. 10 from the line, 2 tackles left in the set. Eisenhuth. And it wasn't all that quickly done or slick their work there. Sloan, not really a potent force coming into the line. Now on the last play, Littleloo got a try last week. Kick came off the legs and play on for Penrith. It wasn't all that clean from the Dragons.
No, certainly wasn't. Little there. Just not getting the execution of the kick right. It was Flanagan that swung to the short side. He wanted the ball, and he recognises late, tries to feed it through on the inside of Schneider. They did a good job to trap and scrap there and get the footy back, and Penrith showing some good resolve early defensively.
Yeah, that was almost a confused end of the set, sadly, for the Dragons there. So now Taruva on the run, looking to add to his tally of 9 tries. He's stalled the last few weeks. Good run by Kenny. Back it up over the 40-metre line. That is play 5. On the front foot for the kick. And driven hard. And way over the head of Sloan. That's a big bounce. That was certainly not the intention off the boot of Jack Cole to give a 7-tackle set away.
Now scored his first try in his NRL career and had a terrific game last week, Jack Cole, but that one a little long. Geez, there's an energy tonight with the Panthers number 9, Mitch Kenny. I thought he was terrific last week, but he's come out here, he threw Kyle Flanagan on the ground in the previous set. He's working hard from the inside and now out of dummy half. A really good run in that previous set as Shane Flanagan watches on intently.
Strong charge by Max Fionney of the Fionney brothers. Max had 51 games, Max just 11. So Dragons here with chance on left side with Leilua. Through the tackle there of Schneider. Sloan found himself up at dummy half. Flanagan for Eisenhuth. Indications we might be in for a grind here. Flanagan now holds it right up at the line for Molo. Again, the low tackle effective. That was Sorensen for Penrith. Little left side. De Bellin and Flanagan double pump. Now they're moving. Sloan with it. Round the corner. Fionney fell into the tackle. Laurie held his nerve there for Penrith. Flanagan, last tackle. Have they got something on the last, the Dragons? What textbook are they reading from? Is it in English? And a penalty goes to Penrith. Last tackle plays and the Dragons are confusing.
Yeah, again, another attacking set where confusion reigning a little with no Ben Hunt in the side tonight. But nice work out there from Flanagan. Unlocked Sloan on the outside there of Tungall, who was caught in field. And in the slippery conditions, Fionney taking no chances near that sideline. And a penalty now. And the Panthers up towards halfway with Alamotti.
It's Alamotti, left side for Penrith tonight. We get to see the exciting young Jesse McLean. He's let the hair grow, I tell you, since we last saw him in first grade. He's left the GPS school days behind him. I don't think that haircut would have cut mustard there.
Wouldn't have tolerated that one at Newington.
No, he would it would have been Friday detentions. Penrith with the ball, 32 metres away from the Dragons line. Kenny to Fisher-Harris. Then on with Cole. And Penrith, I'd have to say, quick impression, their attack looks a little slicker. Kenny and Smith, very much as AEO like that run. Kenny off a quick play the ball. Now Schneider, kick through, and the Dragons cover up. But a knock on from Flanagan. Penrith will go again.
Yeah, really good place from Schneider. Change of pace, looking out. And in these conditions, any ball on the ground is going to be hard to pick up. Flanagan, well, he went close. Just a little bobble there. And Penrith, all of a sudden, after being under pressure, well, on the back of a penalty, now the Dragons having to defend their line for the first time tonight.
Big on the playlist, where the Chili Peppers getting an early burst on the back of AC/DC. So Penrith, I think, they are ready to rock and roll right here, right now. 10 metres away from the line. Interesting formation out on the left. They come back to the right. Tungor trying to explode through the tackle of Leilua. Kenny now with Smith. Dropping off for Fisher-Harris. So now the test comes for the men in red and white. Kenny clearing the ruck. Little juggle from Cole. Who with the defender there with Flanagan. Set restart. Penrith, sustained pressure. Not the best of passes from Kenny. Leota more or less caught it between his legs. Kenny to Smith. Flat across to Sorensen. Good low tackle there. For Tyler Mariner for the Dragons. Then the ball is lost by Sorensen. That's a victory for the Dragons right there.
Yeah, did well there, the Dragons. Nice play out to the left-hand side. Found Sorensen on the lead line. Little just applying pressure over the top. Sorensen trying to play the ball quickly in greasy, slippery conditions. And that one just slides out of the grasp. And the Dragons hold on.
Yes, their record at Penrith is not good. Their record against the Panthers, full stop, of late has not been good.
It's going to be fascinating tonight. I mean, I thought in that game, anything good that happened for the Panthers last week was off Jerome Luai and off the ball playing through the middle of Isaiah Yeo. So a real challenge tonight, looking to see Kenny step up at dummy half, and we're seeing some ball playing from Fisher-Harris and also Lindsay Smith early. But where the points are going to come from will be interesting.
Despite the stats from Fox Sports Lab, as Fatala Mariner takes the hit up, the Dragons haven't scored over 18 points at this venue the last 7 times they've come here. Just early indications are 18 might be enough tonight to win it.
Yeah.
You might need that big tackle. Dragons 5 short of halfway. And back away for Marshke, playing just his 4th game in the NRL tonight. Here is McLean with those flowing locks. His 2nd game in the NRL, the 19-year-old. Panthers start a set 15 inside their own half. Laurie with a run. Now Taruva, so that's standard. Your back 3, take the first 3 carries, and there you have it. They're close enough to 30 metres. That's the gauge of Penrith. Doesn't matter the names, they come in, they do the same job. And that was well done to start this set. Kenny and Cole go short. Sorensen trying to bounce off defenders there. Marshke was low. Last tackle Penrith. 52-metre gain in the set. Schneider to Bolt. It's out Fionnet's way. They're looking to challenge. It bounces right. Leilua doesn't clean up. The Dragons make an absolute meal of it. And Penrith will get yet another chance on the Dragons line.
Yeah, the ball was moving around everywhere off the kick from Schneider. And Isaac Tungall there just in the collision competing. And it's that last little touch there from Matt Fionney. Out on that left wing, just propelled the ball forward. Leilua trying to mount a case. And Penrith now, a lot of possession down inside the Dragons' half.
Not early, Jacob!
They made the decision not to catch it.
Yeah.
And that just becomes absolute lottery there. Penrith, Schneider, and a hard-charging Sorensen again. Try scorer last week against Cronulla, his first for the season. Cole drops it off. Henry, driven down by DeBellin. So far so good, the Dragons' defence. Smith, little jink in his run. That's the 3rd. Kenny with it, clears it right side. Cole, dummy and run again. And an absolute ball and all tackle from Leilua. Kenny, then Leota. Dribbles an offload out the back. And the Dragons have done it again. Referee Smith has an error from Leota, who's not too happy about it.
Yeah, they might challenge this. Kenny just delivering the pass deep into the line.
On the shot clock, Kyle.
Yeah.
On the shot clock, boys.
He definitely lost the ball there. Forward, tried to repel it backwards. Hard to see whether it touched the Dragons defender in amongst that. But the longer this goes, the confidence building for the Dragons, given just how much they capitulated on their own line in that 2nd half last week. Confidence building for them defensively.
Challenges, I think we had the all-time worst last night. Wow. That's worthy of an award at the Dally M's, personally, I think. I think we're going to strike something for him. Dragons with the ball, back up to the 20. Well, that's encouraging for the Dragons. They've had to repel a bit of heat early. 11 tackles Penrith had inside the Dragons' 20 for no reward. Now Eisenhuth just chipping away on the left side of the ruck. Smith there, Henry, Schneider defending that part of the field. DeBellin. Just to be seeing what happens with Jack DeBellin next year. Last tackle for the Dragons. Marshke kicks high. McLean is running at it. They've got good protection there from Alabotti. He's come out the other side. Now look at the locks flow. McLean didn't pass to Laurie, who was in freight train mode. There's 15 metres inside the Dragons' half. He's a mover. Jesse McLean. Casey was in the first grade squad this week as well. They've made another error, the Panthers. And Moses, he's been wronged again, poor old Moses Leota.
Yeah, he's going to challenge this one, Moses. And this is the run here from Jesse McLean. Broke through the tackle there of Finney-out and then showed great pace. And Laurie pushing on the inside, couldn't find a pass, played it safe in the conditions, and then Moses Leota No, I think the ball just gets squeezed out as he landed on the ground, but nice work there from Jesse McLean, showing some speed out on this left edge for the Panthers. The kicking game's a concern for the Dragons. That's a couple now from Marshke that's just got no length on it, no length at all.
So Eisenhuth with it for St George Illawarra. They've completed 7 of 8. But Penrith, you don't often get 3 handling errors inside the first 15 minutes. That's what's happened tonight. Dragons there to take advantage. Little. Back up to halfway. Sloan. Oh, that's a bludgeon. He's hit the ankle of Eisenhuth. Wow. Little there with the ball. Now on for Eisenhuth. Last tackle 40 away from the Penrith line. Kicking game will come from Flanagan this time. Kicking for placement. Down to the corner. They've got them caged in. Laurie with the ball. There's nowhere to go.
Yeah, that's better. Kyle Flanagan stepping up the experience. Half on that left-hand side of the field. They've left the long yardage kicks coming from Marshke towards Jesse McLean. That time a beautiful low flat kick and skidding in the wet conditions in behind Taruva. Long pass now from Kenny to McLean.
So doing a little tougher this set. Only just over their 20. So that's on play 4. Better there. Fisher Harris, risky ball. Laurie onto it. You caught a glimpse of the attacking mindset of Laurie. Thought there was a gap there. Last tackle, Schneider, long, right down to the corner of Fionney with the ball. So despite the fact they're twins, they're not. They play on opposite sides of this Dragons backline. That's been captain of the New South Wales Cup side all year. As Finau takes a run. Finau wearing the number 2 for the Dragons. He brings some try-scoring form. We saw him in New South Wales Cup last week get a hat-trick against the Bulldogs. That'd be handy tonight, 1 or 2. Eisenhuth on, Molo, hands, Flanagan.
Yeah.
And running backwards. That was brilliant from Flanagan. Mellon, Marshke, picked up and driven.
Yeah, I think he lost. That was close.
Last tackle play. Sloan, not quite sure the role Sloan playing in attack tonight. McLean then tackled mid-air. And that's an easy penalty. Sloan tonight a couple of times in at dummy half.
Yeah.
Then the kicker on the last play there.
It was a hope pass, wasn't it? The offload. And Flanagan did well to reel it in under the pressure and tackle there of Tungle. Here's the collision there. Well, that's dangerous. Yeah, from Sione Finau there. And it just relieves a bit of pressure on the Penrith side.
Alamotti all hustle and bustle straight away. 6th game for Paul as a Panther tonight. Scored 3 tries already as well for Alamotti. Now Sorensen. 18 minutes gone. If you were wondering which way to tip in this one, you're none the wiser after 18, I would suggest. Not to play it here. Kenny and Fisher Harris on that run. Bit of a grinding set from the Panthers this time. Smith with the ball. Makes 10, 12 metres. Sets it up on the last. Schneider's on the right side of the ruck. They go left to Cole. Right up to the line. Touched by Eisenhuth. Penrith get it back. Don't score though. They're half a metre short of the line. Cole thought he had his 2nd try in the NRL coming up.
Yeah, a bit of luck going the way here of the Dragons. Touched by Eisenhuth, and then as Sorensen offloads the ball to Cole, tackled from behind by Eisenhuth and loses the footy.
Okay, Jerry. We're going to captain challenge from Penrith. On-field ruling is the first touch from Dragons went backwards. Then a knock-on from Penrith that ends up going dead.
All right.
Yeah, it looked that way. It looked exactly the way that referee Todd Smith called it live.
James.
There's the offload from Sorensen back inside.
The ball was passed by Scott Sorensen.
Seemed a very long 10 seconds before that challenge, I must admit.
Just need to go back further on the play to ensure there is no infringement by Penrith.
There's no doubt. Cole kicks it low, tries to feed it through, but it's touched from Eisenhuth on the inside here, coming into the picture there, number 13 from the Dragons. Panthers are onside.
The ball is touched by Tom Eisenhuth, but travels backwards. The tackle count restarts to Penrith, but there's no breach by the Dragons.
And then Sorensen collects.
Ball is regathered by Scott Sorensen.
So far,
the contact with the Penrith player is simultaneous.
Yeah,
he then knocks on in the field of play.
We got there.
But that's exactly how Todd Smith.
And Dane Laurie kicks the ball dead. The challenge is unsuccessful.
It was even odd because the amount of time that passed, it's almost your perception probably watching at home on Fox. They've called that. They've watched, someone else has watched the monitor and said, oh, no, challenge that. So no one seemed to be blowing up in the instant that it happened. So the challenge is gone for the night for Penrith. Dragons have possession 15 inside their own half.
This is where they need to win the battle here at the moment. It's been the Panthers. We see an error from Moses Sully.
Well, that was a little soft. Taruvi comes up with it. Says, boys, I got this. Little's blowing up the ref. There's a bit of confusion out there, and things have suddenly got very sloppy here.
Yeah.
If you like basketball, I'm sure the coaches would call timeout. Bring it in, boys. Take a knee, and we'll just review what's going on out there. Yeah. They need a little reset.
Just about to say that it's the outside backs for Penrith that are winning the battle at the moment. And it's an area where when the Dragons have been good this year, it's been on the back of those power carries from Sully, from Ravalawa, who's not in the side tonight. So it's Finau and it's Fiona, the brothers, that really need to step up and help out the middle forwards.
Snyder, then on to Sorensen. Enigmatic Moses Sully.
Yeah.
Last week, so dynamic first half. He had 7 or 8 tackle busts in the first half. Tonight, 4 runs for a relatively timid 19 metres.
And that was on Stephen Crichton, Mark.
Yeah.
In the first half, he looked terrific.
Now Smith with the ball for Penrith. He's looked really good tonight. What an improver he is. He's been brought along slowly by the Panthers. Now he's every bit of first grade. Alamotti with the ball. Bumps away from Little. Evasive work. He's beaten 5 of them. Tongo in support. The 2 centres combined. Now Kenny for Smith to show and cut in half there by Little and Molo. Mitch Kenny going to have a go himself. Then on for Moses Leota on the last tackle. That's all Penrith offer.
Yeah, nice work there from Tyrell Sloan. Mitch Kenny caught him in the line. We saw him do it last week when he got Will Kennedy stuck defending his own line, isolated him early. And that time a really nice tackle on Moses Leota. There he is, Sully now going to work.
Dragons coming out of their own end. No doubt the territory battle being won by Penrith so far tonight. So that is now 15 tackles that Penrith have had inside the Dragons 20. Laurie on the field on that carry.
The other area where the Dragons need to improve is getting Luciano Leilua some footy at the moment. 20 minutes into it, and he's had 1 carry. Such a powerful, robust forward out on that left-hand side. Made a mid-season move from the Cowboys. Got to get himself in the game.
Away from Marshke. Better off the boot, but still finds Laurie on the full. He seems one of the most likely game breakers here. Dane Laurie bringing it back, and the kicker of the ball there first. Molo, the man off for the Dragons, bringing Laurie in.
Yes,
oh, that's a shot.
better.
That's clean. That's out. Yeah, Tala Mariner.
That's what Flanagan wants. A bit of change of pace in his defensive line. Tala Mariner, bit of energy.
Shorten him up. Penrith with it. Fisher Harris now. His 6th carry of the match. Kenny, his work is very good. And they will get a penalty for a high shot. A stumble from Laurie earns the Panthers a penalty and more pressure on the Dragons. There it was, the stumble.
Yeah, just Marshke coming over the top. Not a lot in it. He lowered his body position at the last minute, Laurie, when he stumbled. You're right, Bossy, but boy, talk about trying to grab hold of his opportunity with no Dylan Edwards in the side tonight. Dane Laurie, some real excitement and energy in his game to start this opening half. Look sharp, Laurie.
Wait, we go.
Penrith to start this one, 30 metres away from the Dragons line. Penrith at full strength, you just lock it in. They're going to score in a moment. Given all the ball they've had in field position, another set restart. Schneider along, Laurie feeding it for Isaac Tungall. Penrith 11 from the line. Rain for the moment has eased. Henry with the ball. So Henry and Cole both got their first NRL tries last week. Sorensen got his first for the season. Here's Fisher-Harris for Penrith. Little and Laurie, the defenders. 3 tackles down. Kenny with the ball on the right side. Cole there with Henry. And he'll be called to play just a couple of metres short of the line. Kenny may have a crack himself in a moment. Smith, Schneider. Penrith had runners moving on the outside, couldn't get it there. Last tackle play. Kenny, maybe a kick coming through his way. Kenny close to the post, little fumble by Sloan. It's not all that fatal. It's a line dropout. He may have been tackled in goal with a clean snaffle of the ball anyway.
Yeah, they're just not getting these right at the moment, the Dragons. A couple of kicks along the ground. One from Schneider, now from Kenny. Flanagan dropped one earlier, now Sloan. And just sustaining possession. It's calculated at the moment and it's punishing the amount of defence that they're making the Dragons do.
Short drop out, plenty of height down the middle. Penrith get it basically uncontested. Laurie owns it. Another set starts inside the Dragons' 20. They are racking up the numbers. They're into the 20s inside the Dragons' 20. Kenny to Fisher-Harris. Couchman out there now. That is Toby in the 16. Cole this time. Alameda, yes! Penrith have got the first try. By the stats, it had to happen. And Penrith cracked the Dragons' defence.
Yeah, his 4th try for the season. Alamoti's finding a real home at left centre with no Taylor May in the side. And this is the first time they really adventure and move the ball past some of their lead runners. They find Alamotti charging close to the line. Scored a strong try last week and this time just catching Max Vianney one-on-one close to the line. This will show it perfectly. Cole delivers it beautifully in the wet. And a powerful and strong carry from Paul Alamotti, who is proving a great signing. We always thought he would. And the Panthers box go up. It's been draining what they've done to the Dragons. And they've just sustained possession. And they've built their game and they find their first try through Alamotti.
Yeah, it's all maths. 58% possession, Penrith. In the last 10 minutes, they've had 71% of the ball. And the tackles inside the Dragons' 20 reads 23. Now, the conversion rate of Penrith is far better than 1 try every 23 tackles. So they were overdue by the numbers. Albeit no clearing, no Luai tonight. But they found a way. And Alamotti is the first choice kicker, not Schneider. So Paul Alamotti with his shot. They're working through the kickers, Penrith. This for 6-0 with 13.5 minutes still remaining in the first half. Alamotti, good enough, does the job. So it is
no goal.
No goal.
Yeah.
Well, I thought he'd done enough.
No.
He pushes it off to the left.
Yeah, just hit the left upright. There's the powerful carry. Hit the left upright and just skidded in front of the goals.
I just said it. Yeah, I just
pick it
up
up
the
in
tee
there.
off the deck.
Yeah.
I just thought that's good enough, isn't it?
Here it is. Hits the left
Tee off there,
post.
it's going in and off the post. So Paul Alamotti, that now worries me about the goal kicking. If you got it on your good side and you're hitting the upright, Paul Alamotti with just his 2nd shot in first grade, missing from that range. Always are his carries. Dragons, of course, on the goal kicking front with Lomax on origin duty. Kyle Flanagan hasn't kicked since round 16 last year.
Yeah.
We know he can do the job, but I think he's been a little reluctant to have that duty. Now the ball with Smith. Penrith 15 metres away from halfway. A couple of nervous Nellies on the sideline. Trent Talau, Preston Ricky waiting to play their first minutes. And there's movement on the bench. Maverick Geyer is also up. He's only
Ricky's coming on.
playing his 5th game. High ball, Sloan underneath it. He could sense the footsteps. The hard charging Sorensen. There's a moment for you. Good spin up, sprinting out. That was Fanukin-like sprinting out for Ricky.
Yeah, the 26-year-old, this is a great moment, and the home fans, they respond. Good shot early too there on Fernay.
Dragons back to the 30-metre line. So a couple on debut on the bench, and then you've got Maverick Guy with only 4 games under his belt. Dragon side of things, Toby and Ryan Couchman playing their first NRL of the season. Tyler Peachy's only had the 1 game this year in the NRL, so between the lot of them, there's only 4 matches this year on the Panthers bench. Long ball, Laurie across to it. Back he will come, Dane Laurie. Player of the year in his time at the Tigers. Geyer's back down again.
He stood next to Mav Geyer in the tunnel. I didn't realise how big he was. The old man was a big unit. Mav towering. It's not hard to injure over the top of me, but he was. McLean now, he's been busy, hasn't he? He's looked sharp and he's looked for work. It's his 5th carry of the night.
Oh, well done, Mick. Well done.
I'll see myself out.
Yeah, that's it. That's a go.
Yeah.
Let your son put headphones on. That's the old curse. Doesn't matter any night of the week. We should explain for those, just so they do, there is a point about that. So he went to a GPS school, Newington College.
He did.
Where they are fastidious, they are so strict on haircuts.
They are.
That
it's not tolerated.
That would get you in the stocks. So I'm guessing he hasn't had a haircut since he left school. He's only 19. So he hasn't had a cut since he left.
Without a doubt. Has not even eyeballed the barber.
No.
As we see Sully now. He's lost it again.
Oh, boy. Another drop ball. So with it for Penrith. Well, if there's a Dragons fan down the southern end, they're getting wet and cold here. They're not seeing much in the first half. Their side has only had 15 tackles full stop in the Panthers half. Smith with the ball this time. A 4-0 scoreline, 10 away from half-time. Kenny on to Schneider, then Sorensen. The runaway there from Murdoch-Masila. This is Kenny. Laurie up in the front line. That makes 10 metres just like that. Couchman hangs on. They're 10 away again. Fisher-Harris with the ball. Almost, well, he did get away from Leilua. Just hanging on the Dragons. They're going to do it for one more here. Schneider, kick over the top. Not taken on the full. Well, I thought Fernand would have had a better crack at catching that on the full. Then you're back out to the 20. Let's go down to the sideline. Lara Pitt.
Some concerns for Panther Moses Leota, gentlemen. He came from the field and up the tunnel. The club saying he may have a hamstring issue. They are having a look at him now, and he was walking past us quite freely, so hopefully it's not too serious, but we'll have an update once the doctors have assessed him.
Yeah, Bunkers looked at this. There wasn't a touch from Finau. Skidded off the boot there from Schneider. And in the end, the Dragons get a little bit of luck there. Over 50 more tackles they've had to do. That's a lot of possession. And then a penalty too.
It wasn't for the lack of trying for now. I mean, he's taken an air swing at the ball, and no blame on the referee for thinking that he had touched it. He took a full swing. Not the best touch finder you'll see. Marshke.
And 45 tackles now that the Panthers have had inside the Dragons' half. And so Shane Flanagan down 4-0. I think he'll be really pleased. He'll be really pleased with his side's defensive effort in this opening half. They just, jeez. Need to hold the footy.
Yeah, that's a good point. Couchman, you probably should just go quiet for the moment. You're just, you're bad juju. Little with the ball for the Dragons. Marshke and Flanagan offer for Taylor Mariner through the front line. Desperately looking to offload. There's life in the Dragons. And that one supporter at the southern ending's up. Couchman straight and hard. 11 metres from the line. Little, Marshke, last tackle for Taylor Mariner. Switch of play. Last tackle confusion yet again. Sloan with it off the deck. Murdoch-Masila doesn't know how to kick and is caught. Oh dear, the theme continues. The last tackle plays inside the Dragons, inside the Panthers 20, best described as a dog's breakfast.
Yeah, they have. They've been really ordinary. Their attacking end of sets have been poor, the Dragons. No doubt Flanagan, Shane, that is, will address that at half-time. Oh, geez. Might have been a forward pass there from Kenny out of dummy half. Allowed to play on. Vitala Mariner's had some moments in this first half when he's used that footwork and he's had the arm free looking to offload.
Kenny away for Smith and running hard with Ricky. Megan athletic. Biggest moment of his football life as Cole has Sloan on the run. Everyone's onside. Sloan picks it up. And Alamotti all over him. The Dragons are back close to their goal line again. Quick fix on the run, Mick, for the Dragons attack. If they do get a chance again, does Flanagan just have to own it?
Yeah.
Wherever the ball is, he's got to be the one.
They've clearly come in with a plan to try and put Jesse McLean, who's only in his second NRL game, under a bit of pressure. But in doing so, it's allowing Marshke, who really hasn't played a lot of half and hasn't, at this level, played a lot of times in the half. So Flanagan's got to step up and take control of those end of sets.
Leslie up on his feet in the dressing room. Last tackle for the Dragons. And it is Marshke kicking from inside the 40. The Cleaners with it. He's had a really good first half. Oh, he's man front on.
Gee, I like that, though, from McLean. Just arrow straight, carried the ball hard and was folded in half on his haunches. But, boy, what a message that sends to his teammates. Claret coming from the right nostril. The young 19-year-old. What a way to start your set.
Yeah. Cleaned up by the science department, wasn't he there? They got him good and proper. And now Kenny on the run. The Raiders back with us at Penrith. Super Saturday ahead of the Dolphins and the Raiders later tonight. Hope you're comfortable, rugged up if you're in the colder parts. It's a good night to watch your footy. Last tackle right here on Fox League. Cole kicking right to the corner. Are they going to play out it? They're not! They allow McLean the catch! The kids had a half! I'm going to get one of those haircuts! Penrith have got their second try. The Dragons did not contest it.
Well, hold on.
Jerry, had no try. Should view the touchline, mate.
All right, so you're right. Sione Finau and Tyrell Sloan, just there's no communication. Finau, look at him there, positioned. He's up ahead of the line.
On the left.
So it's left to Tyrell Sloan, who just assumes the ball's going to drift over the sideline. Finau watching on allows Alamotti and McLean to run past. Does the foot go on the line? No, it's fine there.
Need to ensure that the Penrith winger is in the field of play.
He's in the field of play.
Step.
Yeah, he's
Jesse
in the
McLean
field
is
of
in the
play.
field of play at this point and takes clean possession.
Lowers his body position
Cops one in the mush.
and gets...
That's
Just need to confirm
left
now
elbow.
that the ball is grounded with Jesse
Then the
McLean
left elbow.
remaining in the field of play.
Let's have a look here.
Look out. Here it goes.
I think that's a
Okay,
try.
the arm is in the field of play when the ball
Yes.
is grounded. We now need to ensure that the legs are as well.
No, well, okay. One by one, we'll get through the process. Just checking on the back leg, and it is good as well. It becomes a hell of a finish by a kid in first grade.
Yeah, it certainly does.
It's a super try.
It's a brilliant try, and it started down the other end of the field where he catches the ball and accelerates hard straight into the teeth of the Dragons' kick chase line, and then simply out-competes them. The 19-year-old, well, there's their system right there.
Yeah.
There's the system.
Ball is grounded, and Jesse McLean remains in the field of play. We have a decision.
Right, we got there.
This is Star is Born stuff. This moment, I know he's had one first-grade game before, but there is something very special about this kid. The kid so far, but the catch, the finish.
He's an absolute star, and he's been a star coming through. And wait till you see his brother, who at 18 years of age, he's already playing reserve grade, played left centre tonight for the Panthers in the lower grades. There's the run, just accelerates straight into Finau and Finay. And then look at this, well, he just out-competes them. He made a decision there to go after it, and he comes down with the ball in wet conditions. It's a hell of a catch, and it's a hell of a try from young Jesse McLean.
Sloan couldn't have hit him any harder, and McLean has enjoyed the moment.
How good's that? That is brilliant.
Jesse McLean, 19 years of age, a try scorer in the big show. Over to Alamotti. Anything could happen here after his first one.
Surely they could move that little corner post on him.
So Alamotti, right to left, anything could happen, and it does. He's a sideline specialist. 10-0 the scoreline, Penrith over the Dragons.
Yeah, nice work from Cole, stepping up down that short side. Lands the kick perfectly, and while Sloan just hesitated for a moment in confusion with his winger Finau, McLean just hit the gas. Catches the ball, and look at the response there from his teammates, and Alamotti from the sideline. Well, shades of Michael O'Connor in the pouring rain.
That's a long bow, but we'll run with it in Origin week. By the way, McLean coming into this game had scored at least one try in each of his last 5 New South Wales Cup games. He brings the form to first grade. For a little more on his story, his favourite position is actually fullback. He's on the left wing here for Penrith. He got a Taruva favourite position, fullback as well, out on the right side. Away with Smith, Dragons now find themselves 10-0 down, having lost the possession stakes in this first half.
He's been very good, really good. His 12th carry now for 110 metres, Dane Laurie.
Set after points with Cole, who's shown good control, down to Sloan for the Dragons. Tyler Sloan, not much threat with his running game so far tonight. Now for Sione for now. So both these wingers on the commentary side of the ground, bottom of your screen, they've had one game previously in first grade, lining up to each other tonight. Little, and then Couchman. The Rural Butchers Rugby League Club represented with the Couchman brothers tonight. Little and Marshke, Flanagan, short. We've been waiting for Lalua. Finally crashing through the line there, and then loses the ball.
Well, I spoke about him getting himself involved and injecting himself into the game. He's an X factor. He's a game breaker, and he's a tackle buster, Leilua. And it was a really nice short ball out on that left-hand side of the field. And lashing out from the ground there, Luciano Leilua. Something's going on in the tackle. And as Moses Leota comes back to the sideline, raincoat on as it streams down here at Bluebet, but good to go. No tracksuit on. He's back in the bench with his teammates and still in the playing gear. That's great news for the Penrith side.
Leilua. The old coach said they can scratch your eyes out. You don't retaliate when you got the ball. I mean, that sounds very dramatic, but that's got to be the mindset. And we're on the attack. We've got one tackle coming up. What are you doing on the deck, throwing your arm out? Penrith with the ball. Final minute of the first half. The Panthers on a run, having beaten whitewash against the Sharks last week, 42-0. Now with a side that very little resemblance to last week, and they find themselves 10-0 up. Kenny with the ball. And Cole.
Yeah, I like the look of Cole.
He gets better by the way.
Yeah, he certainly does.
Last tackle, Penrith. Schneider, high ball. They have to defuse this one. They will do it. Fine with the ball. And now Sully. So if you want to try one...
Even the players are holding onto the footy for him.
Yeah, over the shoulder. Well, I don't think there's a trick shot in the armoury of the Dragons to finish the half. And no, there won't be. Todd Smith says that we've had enough. So 2 tries to Penrith in the first half. Far from perfect, but still dialed into what they do. Next man up. What they're trying to achieve here, and they've been rather relentless against the Dragons. And at half-time, it is Penrith 10, leading St George Illawarra 0. That man on screen, Jesse McLean, a couple of tries. He scored one of them in the first half. So ready for the second half. Super Saturday, Dolphins Raiders a little later from Redcliffe. And underway, 10-0 scoreline, Penrith over the Dragons. And straight away, Sione Finau. What a start to the second half.
How good was that? Finau just accelerating straight through the Panthers' defensive line.
That's an amazing run. His heart will be pounding out through his chest. What a carry. Sione Finau. So Dragons on the front foot. Didn't see a lot of ball down the Panthers' end in the first half. For Tyler Mariner. Early points would be massive for their confidence, St George Illawarra here. Little and Laurie crashes forward on play 4, 20 away from the Panthers line. Little and Marshke, Flanagan, then for Leilua. No tackle affected there by Liam Henry. Last play, Flanagan, we said he had to take ownership. He gives early ball and Sully trapped half a metre short of the line.
Yeah, what a first set there from the Dragons. And it started with the run off the kickoff here from Sione Finau. Just looked around, then just went straight through. Absolutely sliced them. And a nice bit of footwork late on Laurie. The defence recovered, and then Flanagan, you're right, he's got to be the man, doesn't he, to step up. It's been a little clunky from the spine of the Dragons in that opening half, but Flanagan stepping up early, good signs.
The stats show the first set after half-time, they went 99.5 metres. 99.5. They're getting some power back into the lighting towers, which is good. Light improving here. Penrith with Kenny on the Cole, and he's had a very accomplished performance by the number 6 for Penrith. Sloan, Dragons need more from him. And driven back there, not a single tackle bust tonight for Tyrell Sloan.
Strange kick there from Cole, deep inside his own half on play 4, and Sloan, well, he ate that up, got himself back to halfway. And the Dragons there, great field position again in the second half, and get a set restart on the back of it.
Now Couchman with it. Toby on. Ryan still waiting for his first football. Flanagan there with Murdoch with Silla. Mouthguard hit the deck on the way through. Not sure whose it was. Potentially the ball carrier. Little, right side for Tyler Mariner. And a second set restart. St George Illawarra. Their best chance, I say, probably in the match. Off the back of some good ball.
Lane Lewis screaming for the ball out on this left edge.
Little, the ball was a little slow. Marshke, Couchman, back through the centre! Oh, what a moment! Toby Couchman scores for St George Illawarra. What a determined start. Whatever Shane Flanagan said to them at half-time, bottle it.
Yeah, well, they've come out recharged, very much like the light here. The towers, they're back up, and at full light, the Dragons go out to the left-hand side. On the Harvey Norman replay, Marshke, just a simple drop play, and in the greasy conditions, you're right, it was a spirited and a tenacious charge from Couchman, who just bustles his way through the Panthers' defensive line. They'll be disappointed with that. The Panthers, their start's been poor. He charges through. There's a head collision in back play with Ricky and Mitch Kenny. And Couchman strolls over underneath the post.
Yes.
I must say, when I saw them named this week, they to me are very much the type of players that Shane Flanagan, both brothers, would love. Real effort, hard, defensive-minded players that have come into this Dragon side and making a difference off the bench. Great work from Toby.
And Flanagan is the kicker. So first time on the tee since round 16 last year. An easy one. And 10 points to 6, the scoreline. Let's go down to Lara on the side.
Yeah, as the rain continues to pour down here, Shane Flanagan at half-time just said the Dragons were putting themselves under way too much pressure in that first half. It was all about field possession and building pressure themselves, and a strong start to this first half is what he was after. That's exactly what he's got here from the Panthers coach, Ivan Cleary. Simple, short and sharp message. Reset in this second half. He liked their intensity as they finished the opening half. Moses Leota moving freely on the sideline and was doing some runs up and down the field, so hopefully he will return to the action.
Toby has his third career try. Ryan Hall, will see later, has only played a handful of first-grade matches, looking to score his first 4-pointer. Wouldn't that be a story if the twin boys from Thirroul scored on the same night? So Dragons are in the contest, and Fatala Mariner with the ball.
I like what they bring the Cats. It's no nonsense, just hard workers. That was a nice moment for Toby as we see. Strong carry here. Murdoch Michelle trying to find some metres upfield.
Set restarts help the Dragons as well. Now Leilua with it. But they are making ground. This is very much Dragons Bulldogs areas last week. The change in fortunes. Dragons have flicked a switch here where last week it was switching off.
Yeah.
They've turned on tonight into this second half. Another 56-metre gain. Last tackle. Back for Marshke. A result from a bomb would be handy. McLean is there. Is with the ball. Penrith have it on play one, but going nowhere.
Now you're right, the energy there, you can see with the Dragons, just holding up Jesse McLean, dragging him backwards. Now it's Laurie. He's struggling to find metres, and the Dragons have come out. No doubt Flanagan's put a rocket under them at half-time. There's a different physical energy about the Dragons in the second half.
There's your first three plays. You're back three. They make only 10 metres. Massive difference. Great run by Tungo. He goes 15. Quick play the ball. And in a very short space of time, as Trent O'Leil took off there. Big moment for him. After struggling the first three plays, the next two, and now Taruva manufactures a kick there. Fielded by Sloan.
Good shot, Kenny there, just getting under the ribcage there of Sloan.
Well, in all honesty, probably scored the first half. Probably only 5 out of 10, to be honest. Second half was up around a 9 to start. Some good football played in 6.5 minutes here. You're watching it live on Fox League on this Saturday night. As Matt Fionney goes for a carry there. And this time followed up. That's better from Surly. He's got a message as well. The Dragons running hard and then running even harder. Last tackle.
And a set restart. Well, it came on the back of some just vicious carries. The Dragons, well, they're playing with a different mindset here. Carrying the ball hard, and they're earning the right, earning some field position and penalties.
Attitude's an amazing thing, isn't it? I mean, they've just come out, just absolutely forgotten about the first 40. And just go as hard as you can. Flanagan, Marshke, Sloan there. All a little crossfield that time, and beaten up by the defence of Cole and Alamotti. Over in the corner for Marshke. Bring it back towards the post with Laurie. That's the fourth play.
Leigh Lewis screaming for it again.
Little and Marshke, it's coming his way. Leilua back with the ball. Great tackle, Henry there. They're 5 from the line. Kenny was there as well. Marshke's kick! Welcome back, St George Illawarra! They've come out of hibernation. Well, maybe it was a Flanagan ploy to switch off the lights at halftime. He has flicked a switch, and the Dragons could be leading in a moment.
Yeah, what a start to the second half. It started right off the kickoff with Sione Finau, the winger, just charged straight through the defensive line of the Panthers. And again, a spirited run there from Luciano Leilua, just generating some momentum in the play. The ball gave Marshke a little extra time to to choose where he wanted to kick, kicked it perfectly. The bounce beautiful for Sloan. And he gets his 8th try of the season, Tyrell Sloan. What a moment, and the Dragons a chance to go in front. Can you believe it?
Unbelievable, unbelievable. And Flatto, he was a plumber, wasn't he? He's not an electrician, he's not a sparky.
Well, he is tonight.
Okay, so he's out
Ryan
there.
Carr, the assistant, spotted just behind the southwest. The goal.
Cut the blue cable.
Cut the cable,
But
yeah.
before that,
Someone go and turn the lights out.
So they've found something, and you are seeing it with your own eyes. I mean, every single run from the opening hit up from for now has been, I don't know what percentage terms you put on it, in terms of force and intention, it's way different to anything we saw in the first half. And there it is. They're in front. 12 points to 10. Dragons over the Panthers.
Well, you're right. You mentioned the word attitude. That's all it is. That is all it is. They have come out with a completely different attitude to simply run hard. And it's caught the Panthers a little off guard, to be honest. The Panthers, understandably in the opening half, just feeling like they were in complete control. Their outside backs were making meters and they were just falling into that system, suffocating the opposition. Well, the Dragons have simply come out and they've changed gears, and Mitch Kenny now going up the tunnel.
Well, he copped a knock in that tackle of attempting to tackle Leilua.
He did.
Yeah, so he's come off for an HIA, gents.
Okay, HIA from Lara, thank you. As the Dragons go on the run again, Laurie face-to-face, Wally Lewis with Yvonne Sampson. Part 2 will come up. This was the Kenny incident. He's copped a couple of knocks in that one run.
Yeah, we had the same moment when Couchman went through and scored on the previous try. So a couple of little head knocks there from Kenny as we see Faitala Mara. He's been terrific tonight for them when he's had his chances.
Dragons, Murdoch, Masilla. Just need to ride this momentum. Here they are, back up over halfway with one of your men, Couchman again. Boy, oh boy, are they dialed in, the Dragons. Back for Marshke. A bomb with chasers there. And McLean has got it again. He's been one of the stories of the night. Jesse McLean. At the moment, the story is St George Illawarra. And offload. Laurie. Offload from Laurie. Now Taruva. And the standard of the game has gone way up. Penrith with ball in hand, don't look too bad. Henry on the run. Crowd now having to buy into the game, looking for a penalty or a set restart. Tungo on this run. And he's lost it. He's lost the ball. They have no challenges, Penrith. They cooked one in the first half. Dragons on top.
Yeah, we saw a powerful carry on the previous set from Isaac Tungo. That time Kyle Flanagan stepping into contact, twisting Tungo in these greasy conditions, and with no challenge, as a defender, you're getting your hands around the ball. You just are on a night like tonight. And if you can dislodge it, then you're a chance of getting moments like that. Ivan Cleary would be livid with his side start to this second half. 12 minutes, it's been all the Dragons.
Yes, Dragons more physical. They won.
More hungry. They're running and fighting to play the ball quick, as we see Couchman now.
That's his 9th carry for Toby Couchman. A tackle bust and a try. Marshke off for Murdoch Lucena. I tell you what, he's run with venom as well. Working hard for the Dragons, very much in the veteran category. Little, Flanagan, show and run. They're back in the zone again. They're 20 metres away from the Penrith line. Little now, out in front of Laurie. And they're caught up by the Dragons' defence. Last tackle. Contested bomb in a corner would be good. Flanagan with it. They're going to run it. Slow kick. It's there, and taken dead by Laurie, who rams the fence.
Yeah, went slamming into the fence, didn't he, Dane Laurie? Really nice touch there from Tyrell Sloan. Not much on at all. Tungo did well. And just using his feet there. The Dragons simply just have to use Faitala Mariner and Leilua. They're two edge back rowers, they're game breakers. Things are happening when they've got the footy in their hands. They need to start and move the ball to their back rowers, particularly in this part of the field.
Worth mentioning Flanagan, career record against Penrith, 9-3. Oh, hello. Line drop. They're not even close to taking the attempt. They're probably 5 seconds away from having a kick. Penalty in front on a wet night. You just take the two. I'm normally not an advocate for the penalty goal.
Well, they're feeling like they're right on top here, the Dragons. De Belin now carries hard.
De Belin a couple of metres away. Now, Little, Flanagan, Laurie. More touches for Flanagan since half-time has made a difference. Little with it. This time Marshke. Oh, Flanagan! Schneider ran out of the line and got him. Schneider, the sniper, with the tackle. Slowing down, Flanagan. There's the eye of the crowd. Don't think we'll get a chance to have a little look at it. Nonplussed about it all is...
It's a good shot, wasn't it, from Schneider? It was very good defensive route. They had Leilua. And Moses Sully parked out here on that left-hand side. Well, there's the pressure coming in over the top from William Henry. Certainly an uncomfortable position there for Flanagan.
Oh, there you go, that's amazing. Yeah. For all the ones that have been playing penalties in the past, that goes without censure. So, De Belin with the ball on play 4. The Dragons on a roll. 12 straight points. Little right. Flanagan delivers the ball. Laurie can't do the same. Last tackle it is the Dragons. Little, Marshke, dummied the kick. Flanagan does the same. Across to Sully. Great defence, Penrith. Tungo and Schneider. That's a pretty good defensive set from Penrith.
Yeah, nice tackle from the inside from Isaac Tungo. Oh,
wow. Play on! No, is it? And now, hello. Little punch on almost. Leilua and Henry. Henry ain't backing down. He from Blaney, you know.
Okay, walk back.
So things have just got a little fiery here.
Let's go.
Panthers taking a bit of disliking to Flanagan staying down for the crusher, and then Tungo, who'd come up with a great tackle only moments before on Moses Sully, makes an absolute meal at the play the ball, and then it spills over. Henry wants a piece of Leilua.
Yeah. I will say this, and I'll say this with respect. Leilua does have a bit of lip. If Luciano, he'll win a verbal stoush. I'll back him in a verbal stoush.
All right, well, let's just see how it unfolds. A try here for the Dragons.
This might be Penrith on tilt, what you're seeing here. So suddenly the Yo's not there, yeah. Liam Martin, Dylan Edwards.
No Cleary.
They have to get their heads on here. Dragons, and from the scrum, Sully, and they've got them offside. He'll discipline Penrith.
Okay, repack.
They're going to repack here. Nice work, Flanagan. Well, he wants to try and draw a sin bin here.
Yeah, smart play.
Yeah.
Smart play indeed. Don't let Penrith have a set line. Put the pressure back on the referee.
All the way in for us. So you went. Heads in. Don't ball, but straight in. Let's go. Jacob. Okay, ball in. Wait for it. Wait, break.
That's my pet hate referees telling the team to wait for it. That's why Dragons are packing the scrum again. They're trying to get them out. Why do you have to tell them? Dragons are 8 metres away from the Panthers line. Little for Marshke. And then on for De Belin. This is the ultimate test of the Panthers' defence. Flanagan got a high ball. Sully just held. It was Talau down low with a tackle. Little in front of the posts. Flanagan and across. Marshke wants to find Sloan. Way ahead of the ball was Max Fionney. He's had to give it up, that play. Not their best set so far from this play. Marshke And de Belin for Laurie to offload. Flanagan, de Belin, offload out the back without looking. Leilua, Surly, then across for Fiona, and they've got it forward. Unable to ice that cake for Dragons.
Yeah, a bit of offload through the middle of the field. Just caused a little bit of disruption. Flanagan not happy with that. A real chance gone begging. Had some space on the outside of Taruva. The pass went forward from Sully. And the numbers coming across defensively anyway from Penrith. And the Dragons, with all that possession, come away with nothing. And Penrith just gain a little bit of confidence after being off tilt early in this second half.
Offensive average. Yeah, basic. Just an amazing turnaround in the game, but I think we said that last Thursday week, did we not?
Yeah.
With Canterbury and the Dragons, the same side, the Dragons, but in a reverse role this week. Not saying they're going to get 38, but I'd be backing to get at least one more. They've got the potential to get 8 in front.
Well, you said early in the first couple of sets, Andrew, you said tonight 18 might be enough to win it, and then it looks that way, doesn't it?
Out there in 14. Running the show from dummy half. Now for Laurie. There's a line break in Laurie too at some stage. He's had a lot of possessions without busting a tackle tonight. Schneider kicking here. Some of the chasers may have been offside. And Fiona goes the safe catch there, down on the knee. So Dragons back on their own 20. Sully's a different player, it's a tough time.
Yeah, Blake Laurie leaving the field. Tom Eisenhuth, who started the game, about to come back out there. The outside backs, no doubt, definitely carrying with a lot more venom in this second half. And fighting to play the ball quick. There's Little again, able to take a step out of dummy half as Finau coming in. Well, they're replicating what the Panthers did to them in the first half.
Time to Bellin. Marshke. Talamarina has got through. A couple of defenders. Make that 3 or 4. End offloading. Little. Dragons. Flanagan, the pickup. Turns. Leilua back through the centre.
Back rows are the threats. They're the ones doing the damage.
Lost the ball. You believe that? Lost it. That just pulls the Dragons up. An absolute momentum killer there.
That won't please the coaching box there of the Dragons. It was a nice offload there. Faitala Marin a couple of times tonight with the late footwork and upper body strength is finding a way through the Panthers' defensive line and then moving the ball straight across to that man there, Leilua. And just a lack of execution in the wet. Lack of concentration to play the ball properly.
Boys, heads down.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Raymond. Okay, ball in. Let's go, Dave. Break.
So Penrith back in possession, but clearly under pressure. And that's what Flanagan knows here. He knows his team is well on top. Got to convert it to points, and they could have that 8-point buffer. So it's held up. 7 metres short of halfway. First of 2 games on this Super Saturday. Dolphins and Raiders to follow. Wayne Bennett v Ricky Stewart. Cole dropping it back in for Geyer. Maverick Geyer with the ball. Better field position now for Penrith. Oh, and then they're losing the ball through Smith. The Panthers since half time. It's a scrappy looking Penrith Panthers second half performance.
Yeah, Mitch Kenny just came out of the tunnel as well, Vossi, so he's back on his feet just going for a run. There's the error there from Lindsay Smith. Look at the rain just teeming down here. Conditions getting tough, but it's the Dragons at the moment on top.
Penrith since half time, 21.5 minutes, completed 3 sets.
Yeah, it's
3 sets.
it has been a remarkable turnaround.
They are there for the taking. You will. Well, I don't think we've seen numbers like this, such modest numbers from Penrith since who knows when. Now an offload, another late one. It was de Belin who got it away. It's 2 passes without looking from de Belin. Last tackle, Flanagan, bomb, and oh, it's allowed to bounce, and somehow Laurie comes up with it.
Gee, that was lucky. landed in between 3 or 4 of the Panthers players there. Just a little lofted kick from Flanagan. And they were all looking at it. No one calling the footy, and then Laurie, luckily, just got the left hand to it.
Well, a little more intent from the Dragons. They catch it on the full and fall over the line. Like, what are they letting it bounce for? Don't worry about Penrith. What are the Dragons letting it bounce for? Well, the fan this week, we showed Lindsay Collins' origin last year.
Yeah.
If Lindsay Collins can outleap James Tedesco, why don't more people challenge kicks? Great kick here! Sloan, was he out? He got it back in. According to the sideline official, I think some in the grandstand thought he left from outside the field of play.
Yeah, it was a great kick from Trent Toller. Does his foot go on the line?
I'm giving the touchy the sideline official of the year. He's got great eyes. Dragons with the ball under a little bit of pressure of their own now.
That was a great kick from Trent Toller on debut. Out of dummy half. Almost a 40-20. And now the Dragons on play 4, they're under huge pressure here.
Yeah, a drop ball of their own would pull them up here inside their own half. Slippery conditions. Flanagan, a 16-metre gain on the set. Penrith looking to take advantage again. Kenny coming back into the game. For Penrith, there's Laurie. He looks likely. He's driven back at the end of that. The 15 inside their own half. Dragons up by 2, having not scored a first half point. Shrouders doing all they can to play a role for the home side. Taruba, quiet by his standards tonight.
It's been good in the second half. Referee Todd Smith just letting the game flow. Both sides really starting to feel the pinch.
Oh, and Kenny both out there. There's Smith with the ball for Penrith. The tackle of Ryan Couchman, who's there now for the Dragons on the last tackle. The kick from Schneider. Will they contest at Penrith? No, they won't. It's a good one for Fionney for the Dragons.
Now, all of a sudden, they were under huge pressure and struggling to win field position at all. It was a kick 2 sets ago from Talau, the debutant, out of dummy half. And all of a sudden now Penrith starting to suffocate the Dragons.
And also thank you to Flano. He took Toby off and brought Ryan on. So to get Ryan Couchman on, he took Toby off. At least he thinks he did. DeBellin's 5 metres inside the Penrith half. Back for Marshke. A bomb to the corner of McLean. Underneath it again. I reckon we're going to be watching this ball for many, many years. He looks like he belongs at this level. Now for Alamotti and Penrith.
Oh, an offload there too to Cole. Under pressure from Alamotti.
Their own 30, but now haven't scored since the McLean try. That was in the 36th minute.
Yeah.
That is a fair slab of time ago, 29 minutes since their last try. Schneider kicks from the 40. I think he just stepped over the red line. It won't matter anyway. The angle not there. Sloan with the ball for St George. Oh, he falls into the tackle. That could have been anything for Sloan in front of Geyer. Now, who started off the second half. That, if ever there's a turning point, it's the first run of the second half. It lit up things for the Dragons.
I couldn't believe that he came out the other side, Sione Finio of the Penrith defensive line. Wouldn't that have been a moment had he gone the length of the field?
Couchman to play it short of halfway. Now DeBellin, Marshke. They haven't said much of this from the 7. Marshke explodes through, looking to offload. Flanagan on the right and left foot. And back they're able to cover up with Sorensen. And a penalty which could even be Sinbic.
Great work from Marshke down the right-hand side. A strong ball runner, DeBellin ball playing, gets on the outside there and slices through. No support, so he took on Laurie, beat Laurie. Kenny there as always. And Flanagan just towed it ahead, but was taken out there from Tungall. And we're waiting here. No professional foul.
No. Cooper Cronk says, what about me in the grand final? Josh Papali'i, don't worry about it. That's history now.
No
Dragons.
professional foul there.
Penalty, yeah. 12 points to 10. Bunker review as well. No change on the decision. 13 on 13. The 13 takes the run for the Dragons. Eisenhuth. St George Illawarra fans, how you feeling watching Fox League right now? Fatala Mariner.
Great tackle there on the inside. It was Cole. What a shot from the young 5'8".
Now Little, the Bellin, has a crack himself. Just caught by Kenny and Smith. Now Little, Flanagan, Marshke, floating pass over the top. For now is cut down in the tackle of McLean. Sloan a dummy half. 4 tackles into the set. Marshke to Eisenhuth. Eisenhuth away from Smith. Flanagan to Leilua. Great ball across to Fionney! Matt Fionney has scored for St George Illawarra. It's a little too early to sing their coming march again. But they could lead by 8 in just a moment.
Yeah, well, I said things were happening around the back rowers, and it's Leilua this time. On the long shift, Eisenhuth does a good job to keep the ball alive. And Flanagan straight away, well, he finds Leilua and lands a great pass, lowers his body position, turns his hip for an 8, and gets the footy down. Look at this, just over the top of Taruva. Too strong. Matt Fionney back into the side tonight. Lovely ball there from Leilua out in front. And just leans in and bustles his way through the tackle of Schneider and Tungo. And Fionney. Yes.
Aren't you missing us, Flano? Come on.
16 second half points.
And go back to last week. They beat 38-0,
yeah.
Second half by the Bulldogs. Tonight they've beaten 10-0 and really did not look like scoring a point in the first half.
Their attack inside 20 in the opening half was putrid.
Yeah.
It was. There was just no threat whatsoever. And all of a sudden they've just come out with a different attitude to carry the ball a bit harder and fight to play the ball a little quicker. And the Panthers have struggled to contain them in the second half. What a moment for young Matt Fionney back into the side tonight.
So it's been a while since Flanagan's had a kick from the sideline. Certainly of this importance. Kyle Flanagan. This for an 8-point lead in wet conditions. Breathe in, Dragons fans. Here you go. The right boot of your 5'8". Cole Flanagan. Flanagan off the posts. And now exhale. 16 points to 10. Dragons over the Panthers.
Yeah, you said 18 would win it. There's the Couchman try to start the second half. Just tenacious. Just charged his way over. And then again, it was a simple drop line for the second try where it was Leilua coming back underneath. And then a kick from Marshke for Sloan to score. That was a beautiful play. And then again coming off Leilua out on that left-hand side. Matt Fionney, showed great strength, and it's the Dragons now. 6 points in front.
Dolphins v Raiders coming up later tonight here on Fox League, your home of Rugby League, and we're having a good Saturday night here. Golden Point not out of the question. 10 to go. If you're the Dragons, you might even bank a field goal early just to take that out of the picture. Get 7 in front if you can. Little for Fatala Mariner now. Players have really individually lifted their games here for St George Illawarra from one half to the next.
Yeah, I've liked the work of Faitala Mariner. No, Jaden Seward tonight was a concern for me because he's often been the physical barometer of this Dragon side when they've been good this year. I think Faitala Mariner's really stepped up tonight.
Last tackle, Dragons. Marshke, he's gone high rather than long. He's got McLean back. And yet another catch and carry for the young winger for Penrith. So good as his catch been, I'd probably be throwing a few over Taruva's way. Just outside their 20, the Panthers And Tungo on that run. Conservative to start this set through 3. Kenny and Fisher-Harris. That's a serious run at the ball there. Back up towards halfway. No one's discounting the Panthers yet.
8 minutes to go. We still haven't seen Moses Leota either. So some concerns still for Moses, who hasn't come out in the second half.
Tyrone Peachey being thrown out into the game now by Coach Cleary. Sloan, they're not going to catch it again. Lottery time. Ball is loose. Ball is stripped.
Oh, no.
Oh, Dragons, come on. Yeah, challenge. They're all saying challenge. They're going to go to the captain. It went from Sloan to Flanagan and then found the captain.
Challenge from the Dragons. On field, we have first Dragons, then Penrith. Dragons challenging.
We talk about a roller coaster. Shane Flanagan watching Fionney score to go in front, then to watching this dog's breakfast as it's allowed to bounce 2 or 3 times when they've worked so hard. The coach's box next door is
Just need
up
to
and
clear
about.
that the Penrith kick chase is onside.
Otherwise, you watch all of this. Penrith with double-figure half-time leads. They've only lost 1 of their last 80. It could be their second of 80 tonight. Double-figure lead at half-time.
Well, Liam Henry
is offside on the kick chase.
Yeah.
And Liam Henry is within 10 metres and active on the play. The challenge is successful.
Not sure
Big
that's
penalty
what
made.
They weren't expecting to get a penalty out of this, the Dragons. That's a brilliant result for St George Illawarra.
All of a sudden, he's a little relieved.
Young barking some orders out there. This is a chance for the Dragons to knock over Penrith. Moses Leota on the bench.
Well, down by 6. If Moses was okay, he'd be back on the field. So there must be some concern over that leg or the hamstring, which he left the tunnel, or went up the tunnel for in the first half. So some concerns for one of the elite front rowers in our game, and another hamstring. Saw Addo Carr last night, and now one for Moses Leota.
16-10, by the way. No one in this Dragon squad has ever kicked a field goal in the NRL as Leilua with the ball, if they were looking to go 7 in front. Flanagan's never nabbed one in the NRL. Little now for Eisenhuth. They've put themselves in front of the post. They're thinking higher than just 1 point. Little and DeBellin. Marsking's ball for Tyler Mariner. Has got it down, I reckon. He lost control right at the death. But for the moment, referee Smith reckons he did enough. The Dragons could be on the cusp of knocking over the 3-time champion.
Yeah, showed incredible ability, Raymond Faitala Mariner, in the early stages of his career, then went through a wretched run of injuries at Canterbury. And you thought, well, under the coaching of Shane Flanagan and knowing Shane and working with him, I just knew that if he could get him healthy, he'd get him back to playing the footy that we all know that he's capable of. He's been one of the best players on the field tonight, Raymond Faitala Mariner. And it's great work from Marshke, who himself's had a terrific second half. A line break, he set up a try for Tyrell Sloan, and now he lays one on for Raymond Faitala Mariner. And the box, the coaching box of St George Illawarra, 20 second half points. Chance to be 22. And great to see Raymond smiling.
First try since 2020.
Yeah, there you go. He's been terrific tonight, and it's great to see. It's always hard watching players go through injury after injury after injury when they show such promise early in their career. Put my teeth back in, and he's been terrific tonight. It's good to see.
38-0 second half last week. They are beaten by the Bulldogs. And tonight, they have a 20-0 scalp against Penrith, albeit under strength, of course, but who cares? They've come to Penrith. They've played Penrith plenty of times over the years here and have not scored more than 18 points. We told you that earlier.
They've won 38 of 42 games here since 2020, Penrith. They're almost unbeatable here.
They're about 6 iPhones ago, they scored 20 here at this ground. And now there's Flanagan's kick. Dragons on a wet night at Penrith close to victory, Lara.
A significant turnaround in performance from first half to second half. They needed to do that after a terrible capitulation last week against the Bulldogs. Shane Flanagan would have been furious with what he saw at halftime. I have to ask Mick, would there have been a blow-up from Flanagan?
Oh, absolutely, Lara. You wouldn't have liked to have been in there. I reckon it's wet out on the field with that rain coming down. There'd have been some spit and saliva going everywhere, I reckon.
Well, the cameras caught him that one image with the head slumped on the desk in the post-match press conference. It ain't over yet. Penrith still reckon they're a chance. 12 down, 5.5 to go. And I'm not about to write them off. Whether it is Henry. 30 away from the Dragons line. They led by 10, they trail by 12. Snyder, Sorensen. Chased down by Little, set restart, Penrith. Dragons all of a sudden get a little nervous. Kenny to Smith. Smith on to Fisher-Harris. The big names, no surprise, get a lot of touches. Ball came loose from Fisher-Harris. Sloan with it for St George. Illawarra driven back.
Yeah, a bit of desperation from Fisher-Harris, trying to rip away from the defence and offload the footy. Just couldn't control it in the wet conditions. You can see there, just trying to get the arm free. And Eisenhuth was all over him like a rash. And Finau, who started, he started the onslaught in the second half. Sione Finau, the young winger. And a good carry there, followed up by Sully.
Oh, big run. Sully offloads. Fino loses the shorts and loses the ball as well.
Sania Taruva just limping out of the tackle as well.
Oh, now Penrith lose it. Advantage taken. Dragons with the ball for Tala Mariner. Penrith haven't conceded 20 second half points since 2019, I'm being told.
Really?
They're looking at all sorts of number crunching tonight. Couchman with the ball for St George Illawarra. That is Ryan. And if the Twins could each get a 4-pointer tonight. DeBellin with the ball. Genuine local juniors on show here tonight for the Dragons. 20 away from the line. Marschke to Eisenhuth. Caught by Sorensen. Well, if you are going to put it to bed, go 13 in front. That would have been the play. Sully with the ball. He's now 5 from the line. 3 minutes and a bit to go. Little to Flanagan to Eisenhuth. They're playing it safe, the Dragons. They probably feel they could just turn the ball over this end and defend another set. Marschke, Sloan has got other ideas. Kick to the corner. Touching goal is a bad result for St George Illawarra.
Yeah, not quite the execution there. Just skidded away from Finau. Not a lot of room to work with Tyrell Sloan. Now, Ivan Cleary, you know, you think of that game a fortnight ago at Magic Round when the Warriors are missing so many stars. Well, it looked like in the opening 40 minutes it was going to be a night like that for Penrith. We know they're missing so much quality tonight, but they've been able to bring guys in that next man up mentality and get it done. And they looked superb doing so in the opening 40. But he will not be happy with what he's seen in this second half. They've been out enthused and out energised from this Dragons side that's just been more hungry in the second half, more desperate.
This result set to leave Craig Bellamy's Melbourne Storm top of the ladder. Smith to Schneider. Schneider to Laurie. Laurie almost away. He's been good for them. Clean to Schneider. The Panthers with Fisher-Harris on the left side, kept alive. Alamotti does the same. Clean had to slide to get to it. Last tackle Penrith. Tyrone Peachy. Need to score this play, Penrith. Schneider, the bomb. To be any chance of a miracle, need the ball. Has been knocked forward by the Dragons, was it? Play on the call. Penrith were convinced it was knocked forward by the Dragons.
Certainly looked like it was, didn't it? Certainly looked like there might have been a knock on there from the Dragons. Here it is. Yeah, touches Moses Sully. No doubt about it.
Could be sweet for St George Illawarra back home next Friday night in Wollongong against the Tigers. The Panthers at home Sunday week against Manly, with Origin in between. The Dragons are going to do it, folks. 10-0 down at half-time. Barely a line break in them in the first half. Their attacking stats, there was nothing doing. Charge down towards the sideline. And Max Fianet comes up with the ball. The Dragons with 30 seconds to go, and they can break into team song. Dolphins and Raiders coming your way on Fox League. The bottom of the team in the Clive Churchill studio. Big Saturday night here. But this is a stunning result, the way it's unfolded. Little there for DeBellin. And the cue is in the rack as far as Enterprise goes. St George Illawarra. Flanagan keeps up an imposing record against Penrith. He's 10-3 against the Panthers. And St George Illawarra lower the colours of the three-time champions. After a dusty old month and then trailing 10-0 at half-time, the Dragons have come out in the second half with great intent and are rewarded with victory. St George Illawarra 22, Penrith 10.